Okay, welcome back. Just going to be doing another backtesting session today. Just going to be extending this current backtesting session that we've been doing by a week. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So skip up as per just to Tuesday, as I don't really trade Mondays. So yeah, we'll start on the Tuesday. Clearly quite a strong market open. We'll check if we have news this week. Okay, so we had CPI today. That's probably why we have been distributing quite heavily. So we'll start on the daily time frame, just get our bias like we usually do. So yeah, looks fairly bullish. We have inversed this daily gap, but we are in this discounted daily gap now. So market's in a tricky position here today, but obviously with that market open that we just saw, it looks like we're probably going to be a bit bullish today. And on the 4 hour, we have got an inversion and a change in state of delivery, as well as a break of structure. However, we do have SMT at these highs. So I'm not going to mark that out because it'll make the chart all messy. But you sort of get the idea. NQ's clearly made a higher high and AS has failed to do so. So we'll jump down to the 1 hour. And again, same idea as the 4 hour. However, it does look like we have just had an accumulation leg. And then we have manipulated. And now we are distributing. So with that in mind, probably going to be looking for a long today, and we will drop down to the 15-minute just to get the daily profile. So yeah, it does look like Asia sort of ranged, and then London came down and manipulated. Sorry, I got that wrong. Actually, yeah, it does. So again, Asia started, accumulated, Asia finished, and then London opened, and we have then manipulated, and now New York is continuing to distribute. So yeah, clearly a bullish day today, and clearly we do have some targets. However, I do think we're going to leave this as a breakaway gap, and I don't really see us coming that far down. So we'll mark this out just as a point of interest for our manipulation leg, and we'll drop down to this. So yeah, getting some textbook accumulation at 10 AM open. Hopefully we do see a bit of a... Okay, so this 5-minute gap again. Don't really think we're going to come this far down, but I will keep an eye on it. We've come down into this gap. We have not inversed the gap just yet. But yeah, price doesn't really look like it wants to make any more moves. Not really anything for us to take right now. Okay, manipulating down into this gap. We are in this 15. But again, it's a bit late in this session now. See if we actually have a reaction of this gap. Okay, so probably going to hop off this day and move on to the next day, just because price isn't really doing anything, and it's a bit late in the session for me to trade, as New York session has now finished. So yeah, unfortunately no trade there. Again, probably could have taken a trade then, but sort of want to keep this win rate high and only really take good setups. And clearly price action made their move for the day, and now we are sort of seeing a big sell-off. So starting next day on the daily time frame, clearly bearish, tapped into this daily gap and have seen a very, very sharp rejection of it. We are in this 4-hour gap though, so I will keep an eye on that. hourly looks very bearish. However, this does look like it could be a potential manipulation leg for a high time frame PO3. Again, we have had our accumulation and now we're seeing a manipulation down into this 4-hour gap. So again, 15-minute does look bearish. We are in a 15-minute sell model, reaccumulation legs happening and manipulating into gaps before distributing lower. So we'll definitely keep an eye out on this 15-minute gap that is here. Get rid of this 4-hour gap. Definitely will be keeping that in the back of my mind though. But again, does look like we are going to take shorts today. Okay, so not really anything just yet. Clearly immediate push down after, well, when the 10 AM candle, 4-hour candle opened. Okay, accumulating a bit here. We'll watch this 5-minute gap. Don't really have any 15-minute gaps other than this one all the way up here. And I don't really see us coming all the way up here. Okay, hopped into this 5-minute gap. See what AS is doing. AS doesn't actually have a 5-minute gap, but we will continue to watch it. Do we tap into this 1-minute discounted gap? No, we don't. Yeah, not really anything for us. Okay, so I will take this short as we have now come down and respected this bullish bearish gap. Just gonna wait for a break of this candle right here, so we have a change in state of delivery as well as that. Okay, so this will be our entry, and I'll leave stops just above this high. See if we have any draws. Of course, this sell side down here, and then this order block down here. And I'll go break even just at the bottom of this. Might go break even a little bit earlier. Oh, no. With this massive sell-off, I do see us continuing lower. So again, probably going to be an A setup. So we'll watch this play out. Very good distribution now. Okay. Still respecting bearish gaps and disrespecting bullish gaps, which is what I really like to see. Can we take our position off the table yet? Okay. So we'll go break even there, and then we'll trim some off once we close below this level. So we'll take 50% off there and leave the rest to run down here. Come on, hit the TP. It's a 5-minute looking like, yep. Okay, perfect. So pretty good trade there. Accumulation, manipulated into this 5-minute gap. Clearly showed a good reaction off of it. Entered off this bearish gap being respected, as well as this change in state of delivery here. Only managed to get an entry down here, as a change in state of delivery is not valid until the candle fully closes. So moving on to the next day. And we'll start on the daily. Yeah, so clearly we are bearish today. Again, tapped into this daily gap and showed a very good reaction off of it. We do have a break of structure here. Oh, we do have a change in state of delivery here. So clearly bearish there, tapped into this 4-hour gap. However, this does look like it could be a potential reversal, as we have accumulated and manipulated lower. into this discounted 4-hour gap. It has already been rebalanced, but we have shown a good rejection off of it. So we'll watch this 15-minute gap. However, it has already been mitigated. But yeah, we'll continue to watch it. Again, the 5-minute chart does look like a very good PO3, but it was pre-market, so okay. Do we manipulate into anything? Not yet. Okay, seeing our manipulation leg now. The 5-minute chart does look a bit better for us to execute on, but yeah, and the 1-minute chart should do. No inversion of that 15. Yeah, AS looks like it's selling off pretty hard. Okay, so we should be able to take a position here. However, we are in this sort of manipulation leg. But we did just get a 5-minute change in state of delivery. I'll wait for this 5-minute to be inversed. And I will be executing on the 5-minute chart now, as clearly this is probably a better PO3, as we accumulated for quite a while on the 5-minute before manipulating down into this hourly. But we did manipulate into this 15, so I think I'm actually going to just take a position here. And then run it all the way up to accumulation highs, because this does give us a pretty good risk to reward. And then, of course, we'll go break even here. Okay, so we'll just buy one contract of that, just because I'm not really that confident in the setup, as we have executed on a 1 minute instead of the 5. Okay, we can go break even here. Yeah, price is pretty choppy today. However, I do like that we're respecting bullish gaps and getting clean distributions afterwards. Do we have any SMT? No, we don't. I'll move stops to this fair value gap, just in case we do want to come down and sweep more, but I'll keep an eye on this 5-minute to see if we inverse it. Okay, we get stopped out there anyway. Okay, not a big deal there. Move on to the next day. So, yeah, start on the daily time frame. Yeah, market's in a bit of a sticky situation right now. Not really wanting to make any moves, just in this range. No SMT to look out for though. Yeah, clearly just accumulating. However, this could be another manipulation, like accumulation, manipulation, a distribution lower. So definitely going to be watching this discounted 4-hour today, as we have just inversed this 4-hour gap. And we've been respecting this 1-hour gap. Not really any PDRAs for us to go off. But again, this does look like a clear AMD or power of 3. As we've accumulated, then manipulated, and this leg down into this hourly value gap. And respected it, and now we're seeing a push up. So with that in mind, probably going to be taking a long today. But again, we'll always keep an open mind. So nothing is really promised in just inverse that gap there. Okay, so some clean price action up. Not any news for us to watch out for. Okay, just respected that 1 minute gap. So, do we manipulate into that 5 minute or not? Did I yes? Nope. Yeah, nothing for us to really take a trade off. Price is going to our draw, but not really any reason for us to take a trade as our setup has not presented itself. Okay, so our first draw has been hit. Don't really want to be taking a buy now that we are in such a premium. So I think I'm probably just going to end the backtesting session there. I've had some good trades, and yeah, thanks for watching. Let's see our results. 82% win rate. Can probably go give a bit of a more in-depth update on how we're going so far in this backtesting session. So this month is looking pretty good. Don't know why I took a trade on Monday, but yeah, last month, bit iffy towards the end of the month, but still had a very good return. We'll chuck the percent on just to get it better. So 22% in about 2 months of backtesting, which is pretty good, especially in a real market. Would be very happy with that in a real market. 82% win rate, only 5 losses and 24 wins. So with that in mind, we'll be doing backtesting sessions every day. And like and subscribe on this video. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you all have a good trading week.